off back to LA. It's gonna be a long day. Good morning. How you doing? You sleeping? I fell asleep on the plane. I was straight out. One of two down.
It's been a minute since we traveled together and made a video.
Yeah, we don't travel together anymore.
We had one argument.
What's up, bro? All right, so we are off to LA again, which is a big deal because after this, we won't be in LA for quite some time. Southeast Asia's next, right? Gumball?
Do you know how long the flight is, by the way? Have you looked?
18 hours and 43 minutes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Vancouver to Vietnam is 18 hours and 43 minutes. So clearly you have not looked yet.
Planes can't fly that long.
Yes, they can. Look it up. Wait for it. You Googling it?
No, I'm checking the actual flight in my thing.
Okay, check the flight in your actual thing. I Googled it. If you Google it, it says Vancouver to Vietnam is 18 hours and 43 minutes.
16 hours. And we stop in Singapore and change flights and go to Vietnam. So
And that's why it's not direct.
One flight, 16 hours.
Look at that ride. It's a nice four-seater. By the way, that's Ferrari's new GTC 4 Lusso replacement. Do you think if I jumped on, she would notice? Come on, can I get on that? Can I jump on that? She's gonna make me walk. She's gonna make me walk. This is the grind, man. This is the grind.
What's in the bag?
What do you think's in the bag?
Seats and a steering wheel. Probably meal prep, a camera, a battery, a passport, a laptop.
My food so I can eat.
How do you feel if you packed a Big Mac in there?
Pretty close. Peanut butter sandwich.
This is a long escalator. What the hell? My mood's changed since we got on here.
The escalator's longer than 5 seconds, babe. I didn't know this. Fun fact. You can travel with food. You cannot travel with liquids or C4.
What if you froze water and had ice? Can you travel with ice?
Yeah.
That makes sense. By the way, I've got pills in my bag that are refrigerator only for Vietnam. That they're not currently refrigerated in my backpack. You see those pills I take every second day for 8 days?
Pills?
Yeah.
I took my Duke roll. Did you take yours?
Duke roll I have with me. I'm gonna start it tomorrow or today. And then the pills they gave me, I take a pill every second day for 8 days.
How are you going to start it tomorrow? That also needs to be refrigerated. And the Duke roll is highly sensitive.
No, it's not refrigerated. That's the other one.
Duke roll's refrigerated. It's a little vial. It's refrigerated, and even to get it from the pharmacy to my house, they put a cold pack.
No, I didn't get it from the pharmacy. I got it from the place.
Yeah, and they put a cold pack in it.
No. What the hell did you get? I didn't get that. I'll show you.
Duke roll's a drink.
Yeah, 2 drinks.
Yeah.
Two drinks?
That's this big, and it comes with a fizzy thing to make it after.
Yeah, I had that, but it wasn't refrigerated. There's no cold pack. She told me that the pills are refrigerated. I'm not joking. The pills say refrigerated on it. The Duke roll doesn't.
Mine said refrigerated, big orange
You
thing.
must have the shitty kind.
You're gonna shit your pants. And we're off. Well, this is it.
Dude, it's been a minute. It's been a week.
It's been a hot minute. And we have a lot to accomplish in the next, what is it, 4.5 days really.
Today's a holiday, so we're gonna go to the beach.
We're not going to the beach. So today is a holiday. I called Jason, March, our boy from PFS. He's taking the last week off because he just moved, him and his wife and his baby. But thankfully, because he's the homie, he's gonna do us a solid and go to PFS so we can do a big video. Big reveal video. Excited for this? What are you doing?
Well,
Stop getting so nervous.
I'll lose it.
You want to chat with this guy? You want to see if you put the bag in, in the plane? That would be the engine. What happens if you tap those controls like that one right there? Okay. It just starts jumping up and down. Let's go. 1A should be right here. 1A.
Move out of the way before we can make our way into the gate. Should still have you at the gate a few minutes ahead of schedule. Just as a reminder, please remain seated until we've turned off the seatbelt sign. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the behind the scenes of Daily Driven Exotics. Sometimes people come on this channel and they don't understand why this feels different from the main channel. It's because they didn't know they landed on our behind the scenes channel. This is behind the scenes. It's raw, it's uncut. We don't do any fancy editing. We literally take a bunch of clips organically throughout the day of whatever Dave and I or the boys are doing, and we quickly splice them together and throw it up. And it's bonus content. It's raw, it's gritty, and it's really us. This is a little behind the scenes of the tail end of what probably felt like, if you watch the main channel video, which will come up after this, of us out here messing around with that thing. Okay. Anyhow, that's behind the scenes. I'm not gonna get into that too much. I have really good news. I have some really bad news. Dave doesn't know I'm bringing this up right now either.
Oh, my favorite.
Okay. So the good news is there are legitimately new cars coming to the channel. Get excited. They're really cool. Some belong to me, some belong to Dave, some belong to other people. And that might seem kind of obvious, but it's not obvious what's coming. The big problem is, you know that really fun thing we did on the out here? This is the block, right? We did something out here, didn't we, Dave? Since you're waiting for that, why don't you come and chat and walk with me anyhow? I can't get over how much I love this van, by the way. And that's no BS. This is just really, oh, look at that, my hand's in the way. That's super organic. This van is a lifesaver when we come back to town, and sometimes, guess what? Sometimes we don't feel like driving the cars, and sometimes we do. Sometimes we just need a lot of luggage space to carry what ends up being all of my now crap. Like, for example, what's back here? Well, I've been trying to lose some weight, and by doing that, I hired a personal trainer. And when I hire a personal trainer, I have to take my shit really seriously. And to do that, I have to meal prep, and to carry food around all day in a hot climate, I actually have coolers with food and protein and new gym shoes and food and a scale to weigh myself and a blender to make my shakes. That is easier to carry, by the way, in this van than it is in the back of, or in the front seat of the Senna. Now, Dave, we had this thing out here called the block party.
Yep.
And you know what? For the block party, we were super excited. We hosted one randomly.
Yeah.
It went really good. No planning. Worked with the boys from Base Community. That is a local Southern California group of guys that just do car meets, car drives, stuff like that.
Yep.
We like, hey, we want to do more of that. The audience liked it. You guys liked it, right?
Loved it.
So what did we want to do? We wanted to plan.
Yeah, so we got an event company. We had 14 security guards. We had a plan. Spent a bunch of money.
Spent real money. And what did we do? We spent money on infrastructure.
Yep. Security, infrastructure, obviously garbage cans.
Yeah, all that stuff sitting on the corner.
All the bike rails, things like that. Yeah, it's like real. Want to tell them how much? Or
Yeah, you can tell them how much.
so that bill is about $28,000 to put on that last one. Hard cost.
For 2 hours one night.
Yeah.
So check this out. It was really cool. If you saw the videos, this was completely full, shoulder to shoulder, of amazing cars, people from the car community that came out and supported us. The downside is we do have to have some rules. Now, out here, the rules are you can rev, you can have fun, but you can't do any burnouts, because if you saw how many people were here, that's a huge liability, and we don't want anybody to get hurt. Safety is always our number one priority. Our other number one priority is, ironically, we are here in Compton. We are in the industrial area of Compton, and our neighbors are really good for the most part. Like, these guys are freaking amazing. This is a Goodyear building. These guys do basically commercial truck tires. This is a shipping yard. They just move around big containers. That is basically like the tracks, and on the other side, another shipping yard. And it's mainly shipping yards around here. Like, across the street is a big warehouse depot. Down the road's all shipping containers and warehouse and stuff like that. Outside of the block, so the block is comprised of, obviously, 3 sides of our building. It's the gate, through here, around the corner, and down to the other gate. Once you leave the block, basically our property, what's gated, you end up out on the front of our property. We have a small property line, and then we have public area. And we tried to put it in place that, you know, the first time it got a little crazy. There were people coming here doing burnouts, revving, stuff like that on the street. The biggest issue is not actually the revving. And the burnouts, well, you shouldn't do that because if the police showed up, that is illegal. But that's on, you know, obviously the police being here. And they were here. They were really good. They helped us out. The big issue is, what do they do when people come here and start trying to show off out on the street?
Well, this, it gets out of hand. It turns basically into a sideshow.
But what's it doing?
Yeah, so here's a real issue. This is people drive those big trucks through here. So you always see the 18-wheelers driving by, and they're getting sorted at lots. There's a timer they have, how much time they have to get sorted and go back to the ships. So it all comes down to time. And the trucks get blocked, it affects neighboring businesses.
So what happened was the first time some trucks got blocked, not for very long. We ran out here, handled it the best we could, and got things flowing right away. In fact, the irony is the reason why the first time the trucks got blocked was because the police were actually ticketing somebody literally in front of where the driveway to said truck was, and the owner of that property was a little annoyed. So we throw block party 2 and we get all these security guards to prevent that from happening. So when I'm talking about trucks, I'm literally talking about, like, that's a perfect example. Big tractor trailer, 18-wheeler with the steel box on the back of it, right? Now, second time round, we have all these security guards out here. In fact, Dave placed them at driveways to prevent any problems from happening.
We went for a drive, spoke to the security guards they have on their spot saying, hey, we're having this event, just so you know, and we have security making sure cars don't block your entrance. So for security, basically all along the sides, anywhere there's a driveway to active business, we put on our dime security in place to prevent business interruption.
Well, with all that being said, right, all the money spent, the planning, the sitting down with the security guards, having an event planner, their staff, in the end, for whatever reason, the owner of said business just down the road here was still super annoyed. And what ended up happening was that person has probably been here a lot longer than we have and went to...
Yeah, so to back it up for just a second, I knew there was an owner that was upset through somebody I know who gave me a, hey, there's somebody down the road, they're upset. There's somebody I know that knows them. So I went there, I talked to the person, and I was like, I'm so sorry. That person didn't want to talk. I left my number of security saying, if there's any problems, give me a call. We'll take care of it. Like, we want to be stewards in the neighborhood. We want to be a nuisance by any means.
100%.
He didn't call me. He called the city council and put a big stink with the actual city of Compton, or there's another word for it. It's not actually Compton, this area. But anyways, he went to actually to the city, and unfortunately that sparked a chain of events, which leads us to today.
So, someone came here.
A
detective from the police department came here because the city contacted the police department and said, hey, you guys need to go down the road and deal with this. So a detective came here, ended up speaking to Dave, and said, no more.
Yep.
It's done. No more block parties. Yep. There may be an opportunity to correct this, but nothing's guaranteed. And it's really unfortunate because honestly, Dave and I do as much as we can. And, you know, sometimes people are like, oh, it's so stupid. It's Damon and Dave, DD. You know, they don't want to allow burnouts. Guys, the reality is we are, as much as we don't act like it, responsible, mature adults. And there is a line that we're never willing to cross. And we want to do things for you, for the car community, on our dime, on our building, on our property, and take the risk and the liability and all this stuff. And it only takes one or a couple of people to ruin it for everybody.
Yep.
I said that the last time, and I also said we can't be the only ones when we put on an event policing ourselves. You have to be able to police the community, like the actual car community, the people who come here actually need to participate in stopping someone and saying, hey, this just isn't the place, right? You ever heard the whole, like, you know, the rule on the streets is don't burn the spot.
Yep.
You guys burnt, somebody burnt the spot.
Somebody burnt the spot.
A bunch of people. So the downside is now we can't host any events here until we get this cleared up. We have no idea how long that's going to take.
Now it's politics.
And or if we can even fix this. So, yeah, sucks. Really sucks. Because I think we had a really good thing going. And the big thing for Dave and I is we invested a whole bunch of money, not just into this building, but we were trying to invest into infrastructure to make it a safe place. Like, again, we walked past them, like Dave said, all these, you know, garbage cans for trash, so trash doesn't get left out here. We also paid people to come and clean up everything, make sure nothing ended up on the streets, even though the irony is all up and down these streets are unfortunately people living out of cars or camping out of tents, people who are displaced. And some of those people are responsible, and a lot of them are really messy, and they create a ton of garbage up and down the streets on these roads regardless. So the fact that, you know, we're here hosting an event here to take people off of the streets from driving, all it took was 2 events and 1 complaint, and that's it. Burnt the spot. And look, now we have all these trash cans and a whole bunch of these, what they call bike rack style barriers, and a whole bunch of other stuff on the inside, and that big huge structure, which we can still use, but it's just unfortunate, you know. I think,
Well, not only that, the whole point of having the spot was to host you guys. Like, we've been coming down here since 2017 making videos.
Yeah.
We've noticed that it's not like the scene's changed a lot. So I thought, what if we became that hub? And how do we do that? So we
How do we bridge the gap?
We have security, and just unfortunately.
and what's crazy is when you spoke to the detective, the detective said everything was going good. Like, they didn't mind this.
No.
Right? And the city didn't have a problem with this either. The issue was out there, past our gate. It really boils down to the people who came out onto the street and had or felt a need to showboat. And look, we've all done it. I've done it. But the downside is this, where I've done it, wasn't jeopardizing a big event. Like, when I say I've done it, you know, like back when I got my license when I was first like a teenager, and I'd pull up by the high school and do a little burnout, squeal the tires and take off. I wasn't like shredding an actual car community event in, you know, the hub of Southern California. So yeah, that ended up resulting in no more block parties. So what we are gonna do though is it's not all doom and gloom. Dave and I are entrepreneurs, which means we've become really good at problem solving.
Yep.
So this is a new problem. We will try to solve this problem, whether it be on our property or whether it be at another location. And the guys at the base community have already spoken to us about doing something offsite.
Yeah.
So we might rebrand something and call it the Deity Block Party Pop-Up or something like that. Keep the name just because now people know it. But it will no longer currently be here at our HQ, which
And
sucks.
what's wild for you guys watching right now that are listening and paying attention about the problems, like, this is one of many that we always talk about. Like, there's lots of things that happens we can't talk about legally, and challenges every day while we're dealing with filming and making videos. So if you want the raw, real reality of this channel, this is a small taste of what we deal with. That's no joke.
Yeah.
Oh shit, speaking of that.
Shout out, by the way.
Look at this.
Oh, that's crazy. Shout out, by the way, to the LA County Sheriff's Department, who are the people who do police the streets here in Compton, because they're the homies. They've been super cool, and they're trying to work with us as a liaison with the city. So fingers crossed, you guys, something good comes of it. This is pretty cool.
They're advertising.
Is it advertising? Must be.
Starlink?
It's not Starlink. All right, we're out of here. I'm gonna just shut all the lights off, shut the shop down. Yeah, bummer about the situation, but let me tell you guys something. I didn't get here by giving up easily when obstacles are put in front of me. So know that your boy's gonna figure it out one way or another. Just make sure I'm not forgetting anything, because we just got into town and I always leave stuff down here. You know, traveling back and forth a lot of the time has resulted in trying to make redundancies, like not bring a pair of workout shoes every time I go home and come back down. I leave shoes here. I leave clothing here. I leave various things in my office that I just need on the daily, like spare batteries for the vlog camera. And you know what? By not giving up easily when obstacles are put in our way, we find a solution to overcome them. A lot of people, when I say people, I mean a lot of you guys, have come up to Dave and I, have met us at various events, and a lot of the time compliment us on all the hard work and thank us for, you know, making the videos and doing what we do with the channel. A lot of you actually also ask, I'm gonna leave that hallway light on. A lot of you also ask for advice. A lot of it is like some type of success advice. And it's specifically to financial success. How can I, you know, earn enough money to get one of these? Like, you know, how did you do it, Damien? What was it? What did it take? That kind of stuff. And I will tell you guys right now in this video the same thing I tell everybody. You have to become the person that can make that stuff happen, right? The reason why you don't have it right now, if you want it, is because up here in your mind, you are not the person you need to be in order to make the things you want happen yet. And that all really just boils down to is mindset. It sounds so cliche, but it's true. It's how I figured this all out, was being around positive, not negative, positive, opportunistic, like-minded people who really wanted something. And they wanted it so bad, they were almost blindly believable that they could make anything happen. And I became one of those people. And ever since I became somebody like that, I started making things I, at one point in my life, thought would have been impossible for me to do. I made those things possible. And so I will, again, with Dave's help, Dave's one of those people too, in my circle, that we will figure this out one way or another. So let me tell you, for all the doubters, for all the haters, for all the people who would just love to see myself and the brand and everybody here fail, ain't gonna happen, man. It just ain't. I didn't make it 11 years to just give up, tuck my tail between my legs and be like, oh, we can't do the block party anymore, so we'll never do it. Dave and I will figure it out one way or another. Might take a while. Hey, that F12 in there has taken 3.5 years and it still ain't done, but we don't give up. The 720 GTR, 3+ years to make it a goal. It ain't done and we still ain't giving up. My Murcielago, multiple years, longer that dream. Even the Huracan KB43 car was a dream at one point. So I'm telling you, sometimes you just need to have persistence, but also patience, and understand that it's okay to fail along the way. I think the biggest challenge is most people aren't willing to even try because they're scared of failure. The truth is, I've failed so many times that it's through the failures and learning lessons along the way and not giving up that I eventually got a little success, a little success, a little success. You know, people sometimes come up to us and say, man, having a Bentley must be nice. Man, Dave is really lucky. Yeah, it's one of those funny things where you can say, the harder Dave works, the luckier Dave gets. So, a jet, not a private jet though. So anyhow, that's it. Dave and I are off to, I gotta run over and grab some meal prep from the grocery store. So if you're interested in wondering, how did I lose 44 pounds in the last 45 days? Actually, it's a little longer than that, 65 days. But the last 45 days have been personal training and a bunch of stuff that I've taken on from a pro coach. If you wanna know what that kind of looks like, stick around, because we're about to take this monster and go do a little grocery shopping and fill you guys in on some more fun behind the scenes stuff. Dave probably thinks it's raining because I think it's like spraying behind the car and onto Dave's car. This thing is dirty when it sits outside. It gets all the dust from the neighborhood. So right now we are heading, what says San Diego, but we're not going as far as San Diego. We're heading to a Target, or otherwise known as a Target. Ironically, fun fact, Mrs. Skinny, let me turn a light on so you guys can see me. Mrs. Skinny, Chris's wife, manages multiple Target stores. That's what they do. Well, that's what she does. Chris works for Amazon now. They used to both work for Target. They were like, I don't know, district managers or something. But I'm gonna go there because I have a bunch of stuff I need to get, and I'll show you guys what I've been living off of that doesn't make me hungry, makes me feel full, is quite satisfying to eat, and has given me insane results because it's really designed, the amounts anyhow, for my body type, the fact that I'm male, 45 years old, and I weighed a certain amount of weight, and then I had a target weight. So yeah, you figure out your what's called macros, and that is a specific amount of protein, carbs, and fats that you divvy up between meals and that you eat within a certain window of time during the day. If you do that consistently, your body basically gets used to eating at a certain time and doesn't feel the need to store fat or other things as energy in your body, because it now knows it's got a consistent source of energy coming in at a specific time all the time. So over time, with some exercise, it will release basically things that your body's been holding on to. Hence, losing weight, and more importantly, trimming up and looking leaner and more muscular and defined. You know, just looking healthy. I feel healthy. I feel amazing. I have more energy. I sleep better. Apparently, I don't snore as frequently. I don't think I've quite gotten rid of that. Mrs. Dee would love it if I did. But so yeah, and I think I want to share exactly how anybody who's interested in doing what I've done to better their life, the average Joe or Jill, so to speak, any of you guys, if you're interested in learning how to take care of yourself and get into better shape without it being like some yo-yo diet, which I've done before, or having to kill yourself in the gym, which I'm not currently doing. But it's consistency over time, just like building a business or being successful. It's that persistence over a decent amount of time. Now, you can get some really quick results right away in the beginning, because a lot of what you're carrying, like I was, is water weight, and your body can let go of that stuff with a few little tricks, and I can show you what those are. Let me know if you're interested. Comment below. Help me get fit, Damon. You guys, I can't even make this up. This just came on. The engine light in the Caravan GT. Like, what the actual hell? After that whole speech of like dealing with challenges and overcoming problems, this thing never has an engine light on. There we go. There's one more challenge put in Dave's in my path that we need to overcome. Fix the Caravan GT, and don't drive into the back of this G-Wagon that just jumped in front of me. LA, man. LA be LAing. That thing looks so sick. I love how everybody just stares at it. But doesn't get as much attention as the CGT. What? I dare you to try that right now. You're gonna self-park it?
Yeah.
Okay.
On
It's
that
gonna
spot.
tell it to self-park right there. That way, if it screws up, it only hits either one of our vehicles. It's 50-50, or an Accord, which we could probably at least afford to fix.
What the fuck's this thing doing? What's this one right here?
Oh my God, the screen.
Progress is currently unavailable.
Oh, there you go.
Hold on.
You're gonna have to park it yourself, big
Hold
guy.
on, no,
You're gonna turn this
we're
car
doing
off and on again.
Doing this.
This is ridiculous. This guy's backing up. This guy doesn't even want to wait for you.
Doing this. All right.
All right, Bentley technology. Can't wait to see this. I'm sure this is gonna go over really well. Still waiting. Oh, he turned it off again. How's that going? Why don't you just park it yourself?
I want to see a self-park.
Park it right here. This thing needs an alignment. It's pulling to the right. Why is it so wiggly? Oh, it's that front one. Look at that front, look at the front one right here.
I hit it.
Look. Oh yeah. Is this gonna be our shopping experience?
How many do you have to get?
I don't know. Because like these seem more pliable, but maybe they're not. Like maybe I should just get these again. This is what I had before.
Not to be a dick, but this is one of those things where I would say in the future, let's outsource. Let's hire like an assistant to help with this shit, so we don't have to go and get ice packs at 2 in the morning.
That's not 2 in the morning. It's like not even 8.
Oh shit, I need to get a nap. If that's not a sign of the world we're in now, back when I joined Mr. Fryer on this path of YouTube, content creation wasn't even a term yet. It's pretty crazy to watch how it's like this mainstream now that everyone wants to be a content creator. And apparently all you need is some Rode microphones and a mixer and one of these. And you're good to go. Flavors that do not exist in nature. What do you have for some jam?
Yeah, so what's cool is it's important to give a shit, read labels, and understand what's in food. because they're fucking lying to you, especially down here. No offense to the United States, but you guys are allowed so much stuff in your food that we're not allowed in Canada. And they're definitely not allowed in Europe, in the European, countries. So if you read the labels, there is a trick that they do down here. They actually brand, actually incorporate and brand the name organics. Doesn't
Really?
mean it's organic. They can brand it like that. So long story short, what's cool though is this is a similar brand, Good and Gatherer, but these are two different types of, basically they call it fruit spread or jam. And if you read the back of the ingredients, this one has a gum compound in it that's a chemical to thicken it, and this one does not. So I'm going to choose this one. The other thing you want to look for is you do not want to eat peanut butter with a whole bunch of other seed oils and stuff in it, because seed oils are really bad for you. You want to get this one's actually organic, because that's the actual brand name. You actually want to get a peanut butter that all that's in it for ingredients is organic dry roasted peanuts.
You usually tell because there's oil on top.
That's
That's a good sign.
That is a good sign. Anyhow.
And this is the stuff that's
By the way, bread too. The bread you want to eat that's good for you. This is a good brand, by the way. This Dave's Bread stuff. But the good stuff is right here. Sprouted whole grains. I can get into why. Just, it's worked for me.
Did you get some?
Yeah, I got the bread. I got grapefruit.
Do you have a toaster or you make sandwiches with that?
I just make sandwiches because I have a very specific meal plan. I can make all this stuff myself. It's actually really easy. One neat thing is grapefruit. A whole grapefruit is only 80 calories. It's very filling. So you can eat 2 grapefruit and only have 160 calories in you. And
Feel full.
feel full, but also importantly, it's hydrating and it gives you energy from the natural sugars. So I eat grapefruit a lot. Drink a lot of water, eat a lot of grapefruit, eat a lot of whole eggs. Whole eggs are really good for you. You need a lot of whole eggs. Okay, I have.
Do you have eggs?
No, I'm not gonna do eggs because don't have a way to really cook them. But I have everything I need to make my protein shake in the morning. I have organic, full-fat Greek yogurt.
Hey,
So sorry.
you're the star. Where are you going?
You're all good.
Are we that boring?
Actually, I could use you. I was trying to find rice cakes. Now, I know they're down a few aisles,
Yeah.
but there's a specific type of rice cake I was looking for that comes in a box, and they weren't in that area. So they somewhere else? Crackers, maybe?
Unless they're the high protein stuff, then they're going to be healthy. Or
there's
the
a-
protein.
there's a
The
health food
protein
section?
aisle. Yeah.
Protein aisle.
Near the vitamins. Yeah.
Copy that. Where's that?
A something.
A,
Yeah.
we're Canadian.
A, yeah.
Is that spelled like EH or?
Okay, so just straight down a few aisles down to the right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
By the way, I didn't have something to carry my groceries in, so I took this from the hardware aisle. And no one's noticed, not even the workers.
You gonna buy that? Probably just buy
I
it.
might as well just buy it
Yeah.
and scan it and put it back in. Myth number 2, a lot of this, what you think is healthy shit, like all this quest shit.
That's not good?
No.
That box says it's good though.
You want to see what's funny? You want to read the ingredients? Oh, this is great. Read the ingredients on that. Read the ingredients. Tell me, read it.
Protein blend, which is milk protein isolate, whey protein isolate, polydextrose protein fibers, almonds, winter oats, unsweetened chocolate erythritol glycerin.
That sounds natural.
We're being lied to, man. Thought I trusted you,
Dude,
Quest.
you know what? The bars are even worse.
Is that true? What do you got there?
I just got a ratio protein, same shit.
Smart. We're just doing our research right now. My friend's looking for options that are good for you, but apparently everything's been lying to us, is what he told me.
What are you trying to avoid in the ingredients?
That's like chemicals and MSG.
I think you're better off downloading the app. There's
It's
an
simple.
app.
Just eat whole foods. That's it. Not like the grocery store, like the actual.
Just eat chicken. If that's what it is, just eat
Okay, find a
extra
chicken,
fat.
but we need organic chicken.
Yeah, grass fed.
Oh, this is a busy spot here with the fake health food. All right, I'm gonna go find him. The RX bars, these are good, aren't they?
Nope.
Hold on, there's more stuff here. Cliff bars, those are for hiking. They're good for you.
Nope. Actually, the trick is like I was saying, you can eat all this shit. But do you think this just grew out of nature? That's the trick. Is that we're eating all this processed shit. That's why I feel like shit all the time.
So let me ask
I
you a
don't
question:
anymore.
is that grapefruit organic, or is it pesticide sprayed in fields?
This one is, I can't tell. It might not be organic from here, this one. I have to go to Whole Foods or somewhere for that one. I'm trying to find these damn rice cakes. My wife said they were here. And she finds everything. She found the ice pack. She was like, go to whatever aisle.
E25.
E30. Remember? Well, one thing I've learned is like here are the rice cakes with the chips and other crap.
Yeah.
The downside is all they have is chocolate, caramel,
And salt.
They say lightly salted. Bullshit. Oh well, I'll find them tomorrow. I'll survive. I think I got everything. That was fun.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Put that in the bag.
This is just like breakfast and snacks. I eat like whole chicken breasts. Half a cup of
Can we hire like an assistant to do all this? We can both do it together, but not have to think about it.
Well, I have. Mia's coming tomorrow. She's going to help me. And number two, there's a meal prep place that I have in Huntington Beach I'm going to that'll do all my food for everything, every meal, every day based on my macros.
What do they charge you for that?
I don't know. Cash found it. Place order. Can get it tomorrow. Whoa, this is just for...
This is for tonight?
This is for breakfast.
This is for a midnight snack on the bed at the hotel? Are you going to confront her on how bad the food is here?
We're like screwing around a little bit, but on a serious note, this will also save you money because this was $79. This is pretty much all my meals, short of like 2 for the next like week. And it was $79.
Really?
Yes.
Also, side note, that S-Class is sick.
Yeah, it's sicker the fact that your Bentley couldn't self-park.
Oh, man. This is a 550 or 560? 450. Ah, nice try.
I want to see you actually execute a proper self-parking.
Dude, the parallel parking is insane.
Show me.
Well, I need a spot to put parallel parking.
Between these two guys.
All right, I'll do it.